So you could say from your personal experience, there's a direct connection between the automotive industry and the way techno was founded. The rigidity of the movement, the robotics of it. You could say there's a direct correlation between the two?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. That's an interesting question, but I think everyone gets their inspiration from something. And I think here in Detroit, I think that comes from that. We got the technology here, but we have a close tie with the music. Right. I mean, this is the Motor City. It's called the Motor City, Motown.
Right.
So that's still alive here.
Two things I want to get into before we wrap up. One of the main things, like I said, about the Quest looking for you. If I had known it was so close, I wouldn't have went all over the world on the internet. What are some of your reactions when you see different comments? Have you seen any comments on your older records being posted? And if so, what are your reactions to some of these comments when they speak highly of your work? And
I haven't looked at that stuff. I haven't.
Even if it's something that spoke highly of you, would it affect you? Was that a lot of, what could you say is the motivator for you finally letting your story be told and finally putting releases out again after such a hiatus?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of that stuff, it was painful to hear, because it died. I don't know how it died, and it took a long time to get over not releasing
the project single. The B-side is probably one of my favorite joints, right. Trouble World. There's two versions of Trouble World.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to get into how you came about with the project?
The project, if you listen to the samples on the project, I was up 3 or 4 in the morning, and it was, I cannot remember the interviewer's name, but they were talking about how the black and white relationship, how whites look at a project and how blacks look at a project. And the blacks was like, well, if we don't like each other, there ain't no project.
I always thought that was like a movie skit or something.
And that's an actual quote from the interview. And I was up about 3 or 4 in the morning, listened to this interview, and it was like
the light bulb.
And I was working on the track, and that made me finish that track, and it was off and running from there.
The rest was history.
Yeah, it was a wild track. Everybody didn't like it. Everybody didn't like the
They speak highly of it, man. You should see some of these comments, man.
But as far as Trouble World is concerned, I haven't even listened to that track. I have not heard that track, and I haven't played it in a very long time. Many years.
Not even the Japanese version?
Nope.
That's my favorite one. It just fits the... I don't know.
Of course, it's in my library, but I haven't played it.
You haven't played it? Any particular reason?
I just have not played that track.
Can you please tell the world how we can find you on social media?
Vernell Shelton on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There will be another announcement on maybe a different name or something like that. I haven't fit it all together. Yet, but Vernell Shelton, me, you can find me.
Cool. So we can get an EP from you this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I really thank you for coming to my show, man.
Thank you.
Thanks again for the rubber band. We popping that.
Right.
Y'all tune in next week. We gonna have DJ Butter and another special guest from one of Jay Dilla's Slum Village extended family. You with the greatest host with the most, Mr. All-Star A&R. Nephew. Thanks for having me, V.